Going out there. Okay, so we're in the dark, but it's late and we're outside. I know it's gonna be a glare, but the camera is not on. As far as the audio, yes, we are in audio mode. Now, the cards that I see that I have from this tarot deck that I decided to come outside with, the first card that jumped out the deck is the Empress. And I asked the Most High to give me the month and in representation of what I can count, whether it was a sword, a pinnacle, or a cups, right? And this is the Ten of Swords. So he said, she's born in the 10th month. So I had to get more clarity because I know that's October, but the mother doll for the divine feminine, we're going to get the day in October to know who this Empress is for this 7 card spread, including the Empress, the Ten of Swords, and a card that says, make an offer, go after what you want. What's for you is for you. And then there was the 3 cards that revealed themselves right off the deck. Now, there's 4 cards that are not facing us, collective. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your shares. Thank you for tuning in, you all. Wherever you get this message, is for Divine Empress and Empress born in the month of October. Now let's get the spin on the wheel for what day in October. We have a 3, and it landed on 9. We always pluck twice on the mother dial for the divine feminine or masculine, and then we sum those numbers up with the 3 and the 9. It would be a 12, October 12th. And you think about the zodiac for the October 12th. We're dealing with Virgo energy. I had to think about it. Hey, hold up, you guys. Virgo energy. October the 12th, somebody's going to correct me and say, no, that's not. Because we got Leo ends in August, and after that, we're going with a Libra from the end of August to midway September. Yeah, that's right. So I was right. All right, let's go ahead on with this energy for Libra cusp. We got an Ace of Swords, Ace of Wine in reverse. We have a 4 of swords in reverse. I don't know why swines. Swines for the swords and the ace. Wines, swines, and swords. Swords and wines and swines. A swan. I don't know why black swine just came up. The significance to that could be someone's favorite animal is a swine. Maybe their ethnicity is black. We know we have all different ethnicity groups when we're dealing with divine masculine, feminine in the family order or any sort. And then we do have the 6 of Wands in the upright and the 9 of Wands in the upright. Okay, so we're dealing with some energy for this Empress. And this is not about you in a union with anyone. This is particularly just for you. Your Ace of Wands is in the reverse. Your 4 of Swords is in the reverse. Now, when you're thinking about 4s, the aces, the ace would be that hand that actually has that forward and movement to make things happen for you. And then that's yourself, because you're your first eighth, the one, the uno, the one, like Neo in the Matrix. Yeah. Or you can be the counterpart to that in the divine feminine aspect. But you know, everyone is the one. Their ace is in reverse. Maybe you're feeling down on yourself, because we see the Four of Swords that also represent your forward motion, going forward and speaking in your truth and being able to produce that. But we see those wands, 9 of them, and the 6 of wands in the upright in that position. Now, those wands, as far as what I'm looking at, for the cards that I see in front of me, the stars are representative of what we can call a light that is bright. And we're in the night light right now. The stars are out. There's some that are visible, some that are not. And that's pretty much reflective of what it is that I'm seeing within this read for you, Empress, that's born in the 10th month on the 12th day. Now, for what it is that the cards are telling me from the sight, because we're going to say what we learn how to read first is by sight. And those stars are on the end of the wand. Someone has to hold that wand. But we know that you're feeling out of tune with your hand that holds the wine. Go ahead and make an offer. Go after what you want. What's for you is for you. And that's on a platinum card. You can't see it. You just gotta trust what I'm saying, what I'm seeing. You don't have to believe what it is that I'm saying if this resonates with you. But if it resonates with you, then that means that it's because it resonates, right? So we have 6 and we have the 9 of wands. And that's reflective of what it's telling me about that magic that can happen between the 6 and the 9. Because what is it? The 6 is the opposite side of the 9. So even though this does not have the reflection of a union with a divine masculine, this is showing everything about your yin to your yang within the magic that you possess, right? That yin to your yang could be that your passion for what you are passionate about maybe spread between 2 things. See the reflection of the 6 with the 9. The opposite to the counterpart. Right? So what the spirit is telling me is that you gotta believe in yourself for the magic that you possess, so that you can go forward to receive everything that you already know you can have. And that's what it was for you, Divine Empress. That came through, right? Say seeing is believing. Sometimes you gotta just trust in the word. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I don't want to lie to you about it. Now, to move on will be for the rest of the collective. And Spirit says, clear out that energy so that Empress, she's going to get back into herself, and she's going to work those wands, the 6 and the 9 of them, from what it is that I see that the Spirit is saying. On the front of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune cutting open to the middle. We don't have anything revealing itself for that, but we know that we have to take that Wheel of Fortune up out of that stack and show what it is that is going on. We have a King of Cups that is in the upside down position. We will say, some people say that's the reverse. what is upside down, because that cup is turned over into the crown. It's spilling out into the crown, that king, after that wheel of fortune. So this is a energy shift. Ooh, the mosquitoes are biting, y'all. I've been spraying ember incense everywhere. And we have the death in the upright position with nothing revealing itself, point blank, period. They say that's the end of that situation, whatever it is. King of Cups. Who has a wheel of fortune. He spent a lot of money on a crown, is what I'm hearing from what I'm seeing. Somebody could be somebody who drank a lot of Crown Royal in their cups as well. And it's going down when they drink that Crown Royal, because the death is there. But I see that on the skull, there's a smile on their face. No lie. So, you're abundant. I see a slice coming up out of their wheel of fortune, and you still have every piece. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices out of that wheel that makes a whole, with the one proceeding out of it is the color green. And it's fortunate that you can give your fortune. Maybe you have been given too much, and this is the end of that. Whoever you are, divine masculine, within this reading, right? You've been splurging a whole lot. You've been able to pop the bottles. You've been able to give slices of your fortune, but somehow now it's time for that to stop. Somebody has been sucking you dry. But whatever it is that you have to offer is what I'm seeing up under the stars and the moon tonight. But the moon is not apparently here. It's on the side of me, on the back of me. Right? So all I see is the houses and the stars and the plaque. And whatever else is in the scenery. I don't see these mosquitoes that's biting. But they're there, I can feel them, and that's what they're telling me. These people who have been in your life has been like the mosquitoes that are trying to suck me dry right now. Blood suckers, oh my God. But you say there's an end to that with a smile on your face after you pop the bottles, because this was your last supper. They won't eat no more off of you. Now that's it. Get rid of that energy off of there. We're out here in the nighttime. Let it loose. Let it go. Those things that don't serve you, that dead weight, you have to get light to go light. Oh, and the devil hit the deck. The devil hit the deck. He can't even do nothing about that. Whoever want to get light, gotta get light. And can't nobody stop you. And for those who know what I'm talking about because they feel it, please do everything that you want to do before you get light. You know what I'm saying? With that devil hitting the deck, he mad because he can't stop you from getting light. And then when you get light in the right position, the way that you're supposed to produce whatever you need to, you will be right. And you'll give that light to other people as well. Now, for those who's getting light and you know what I'm talking about, make sure that you don't let nobody else's way drag you down, because they want you, right? They're gonna have to mourn. And let the rain wash away those tracks of those tears and those footprints as well. For those of you who know what I'm talking about. in the dark. Okay, because I heard them say men cry in the dark. I'm not crying tonight. Two of Swords is in reverse on this point blank period. So that energy, you're not gonna stop those people from getting where they got to go. That devil hit the deck. He can't do nothing about that. And popped out was the Three of Swords, and the upright and didn't reveal itself was this on the flip over. The Ace of Swords. See, those bad hands, the idle hands are in reverse. That's showing nothing on the production of what it is for getting light. The devil ain't gonna want you to get light because that's what's gonna keep you de-evolving and really wanna be here for longevity more than what it is that you know you want to be. A lot of people didn't want to come here for a long time. Some people want to live forever. Give me something in the night. Somebody's crying in the dark. It's a man that's crying in the dark. You need to come outside. Or maybe you need to come out. There's somebody crying in the dark because they don't want to come out or don't know how to come out, about needing to come out of the closet. You got a Five of Cups in the upright, and you got the Hierophant in the upright. And point blank period, nothing on the reveal of that. They say it's gonna be all right. That's what it is showing. And the Holy Spirit said, get that energy out, because that's for one person. Somebody, it might be a few people, but nobody's gonna get in the groups of talking about that support group because nobody wanna let anything be known in that perspective. But in order to get past that pain, you know what it is that you got to do. And look at that on the cut. Come up the Magician. This is the new energy. And a Page of Wands in the upright position. Good. They say that Magician is working exactly the way that it is supposed to. And then he has, or she has, the people that are supposed to do what they're doing right. And then we got the Page of Cups coming up with that. After that, it's followed by the Five of Wands, point blank period. The Holy Spirit said that's the end of this energy that needs to be explained because there's a whole lot that's paging. Okay, and then the thing about the page, we know that children will speak of what it is, but they're speaking of the cups and they're speaking of the magic. What is the cups? That is something that can be filled or it can be poured out, but these things are in the upright, so they are going to show you that they are pleased with what it is that the Magician is showing them to follow. That's that good magic. You know why? Because it's not of a dark energy, it is of a light that is showing you right. That's where the left and the right side meet together. Light is right in that particular perspective, but we know that there's dark light as well. And when we get into these things, when we're dealing with magic, the darkness of it would be anything that you could say that you think that would be harmful to someone else or to yourself, or in particularly deceptive, right? Because we know that magic, when we look at it as the mainstream media, there's tricks in a bag that has to be pulled out that are illusions to the eye, right? But the sleight of hand could take away that deception from the eye if you're not watching closely. because you're going to look away. You're going to talk to the next person sitting next to you in the audience. That's how pickpockets are able to do what they're capable of doing within crowds, as well as people who are able to jab people up with unsuspected things. We've known these things are happening for years, but these things are not what's going on because we have the right ones, the innocence of the page. Everybody talks about the page as the young, probably naive, but the innocence of the pages and the upright is what we're looking at. The cup, full, vibrant, right? And it's lid on it. And the cup is even smiling. It has a heart on it. It's full of love. That is what we're looking for. To be able to speak of all of that love and then that magic. You're looking at that wine with that star on the end of it. The whole a star that is so powerful that you can't just hold it in your hand. You have to have something to reach for it, right? To hold it, to wield it. And that might of the magician being able to display those qualities where the people who are fascinated with it, it can speak on the fact of him or her with the magic. Or they viewing you as somebody that is magical out there. And then kudos to those who are able to speak, because the page of the wands is the page of somebody you calling forward for it as well to bring it down. Paging magician La Blanca, maybe that is somebody, or paging magician Honorable. Just saying that. This is looking like an honorable magician, somebody who has magic that is honorable and that others would be able to behold and speak of in a good light with their five of wands in the upright. All of this that I'm saying, you have to know that I'm telling you, I'm seeing what I'm seeing. And if you don't believe me, then you should not be watching me. You should not follow me. You should not stalk me. You should not even consider me. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's so much literature out there that people believe and they don't even know those persons or would follow them or have the ability to, and that is total lies. Okay? They don't see anything of what it is they're saying, what they're seeing, but I'm telling you exactly what it is that I see in these cards, but what they're saying. The magician is smiling. There's a star in his mind on the cap. Small but big cap. Now, the page is smiling, wise and upright. That's exactly what I said. The cup, the page of cups, even the cup is smiling. That's my wise. Let's get that the energy going for that magician. You know who you are. We have that magical energy. We all can possess that. Working our magic and doing what it is that we need to do so that we can have somebody say those things of us. Now, what's next on this? Okay, the Two of Pentacles just flipped over off of my thumb in the upright. Looking good. Money on the way. Collective. This gonna be for all of us. Somebody expecting something. Everybody got something coming in, especially if you got expenses. You cannot not have something coming in. Even if you're sitting in a corner, you have something coming in. Somebody's gonna hand you something. Oh, look at that string card. In the string card, let me tell you all about the string card. The string card, y'all. The string card been through something because Mari got a hold of the cards. I left them out on the table. I was always taught you don't touch your parents' things, even if they put them there, whatever. She's learning these things that she don't know. And it was crumbled up. I was like, dang, this string card should have been annihilated, but it wasn't. I had to unball it and got put it back in the deck, and he flattened out, but he's showing strong. That's what it's showing. That is strength. You have the strength to do what it is that you need to do to get to that bag, them two of pentacles. And maybe that 1 cent that you got is going to be something that you can put with the other person that is the other half of that. And y'all can make 2 cents that's going to make more than any sense that they have because you're making sense of what it is you're living, right? With that strength. Give me something both sides through this energy for the collective. What is it? I have a pink moon in the upright, and I have an 8 of cups in the reverse. And the 3 of Pentacles hit the deck. Okay. So first saying is 8 of Cups. And what it is I see. Because I'm not going by what they say. I'm going by what I see. What I see is we have a frappe cup. We have coffee cup. There's 2 teacups. 1 teacup is spilling with a substance out, but then we know that it was in reverse. The things that have the lids on them, they haven't come out. But what I'm seeing in this reverse on this 8 of Cups, no matter who else gonna read into it, how you read into it, how you read into it for the knowledge you have. This is what it is that the Holy Spirit given to me to say about what I see. Even with these cups in reverse, all of them that have a smile on their face are still smiling. It's like they're happy to pour out. The only one that has a smile that looks kind of, like, oh no, is the cup that is spilling out. And it's only one because all of the other ones have their lids and nothing is capable of coming out because they're topped with cream and they have their lids, and then some of them are not all the way past the rim. Now, we do know there's a such thing as called when you turn something over, it's definitely going to come out. But what I'm looking at is that what is in your cups are solidified because what came out first defines how you start is going to show how you're finishing. And that 8 of Cups in reverse came out after the strength. You have the strength to reverse whatever it is that's trying to stop your cups from being in the upright. The cups that is in the upright that you have is the ones that you're able to use. The one that has something in it that's pouring out is a little cup and it's small and it's in reverse. Excuse me. Why? Because of that pink moon. And we know that that was something that happened on last year around this time. Collective. Because the energy to get us to where we were going with that 8 of Cups and the abundance and the balance that it brings in the upright. When the information about these pink moons got put out in the wrong perspective, it made a little jolt happen to where a cup that had something in it to flow over started to tip. But then we got back to the 3 of Pentacles. That's revelation of what it is that had happened. But the abundance is there because we have strength behind it. You can't stop anyone from in this collective getting what it is that they need on their level. There's many levels. We talk about this all the time. And if you're on a higher level than someone else in finances and you're taking from them on the lower levels in finances, you're a pitiful person. And came out on the deck when I picked them up and stuff to shuffle them up. A whole lot of them hit the deck. It's like, talk about all of these that you see. But I'm not, because the mosquitoes are trying to attack. I'm afraid everything around me, the whole perimeter, went deep. Okay. Collective. They can't stop our pinnacles on whatever level we on. Anybody who does that is pitiful, like I was saying. They are the pitiful one. If they're at a higher level than you, right? Because they want to see you worse than what you are if they already think you're lower. And then came up on A's of Two of Cups. See? They say that's what they love because you're doing right. And then you got the King of Pentacles right up in there. Who is that? The Most High, the King of all Pentacles. No matter what it is that you try to think that you do because you have an account, all accounts will and can be frozen. If something happened, who think technology gonna save them if all their money is encrypted, right? That's why people were saying take your money out of banks and stuff. This is a collective reading. And that's the way that it shifts because he's saying all belongs to him. Now, the rulership over it, we know that the devil hit the deck. Involved, got us going crazy with one another behind money issues or whatever else you could think of that is fleshly of the world because you got to think about the elements that create the flesh, water, you got earth, you got carbon, you got chlorophyll, you got everything you can think about that's in life in the human body. The embodiment of the universal. Look at the strength came back up on there. Be strong, collective. Be strong. You know how to hustle. Don't hustle the wrong people though. The ones that's doing better than you, that's wrong. That's so wrong. But that's what people do who don't have the ability to mobilize themselves. They use others, right? You know that happen. And you gotta be what I said before. You got the Eight of Swords in the reverse and point blank period on them. See, they can't do nothing about that. Look at that. Judgment came up. I'm looking at it. He said, stop right there. Point blank period. You got to take my word for it this time because I'm in the dark. I don't want to put the light on because the mosquitoes going to come even more. So whoever knows that. But it ain't enough. You have to have a. Now I know I should have centinela alarm out here, but that's one of the family things we do. Or you can use and burn a T-shirt. We'll take pecan leaves, dry pecan leaves. Anything that'll make a smoke that you can bear. Because cotton T-shirt, you can bear cotton burning. That's a natural burn. Don't burn anything with ink on it. I'm just saying that if you're trying to burn the smoke of mosquitoes or away that colorful smoke, that is toxic smoke, right? You don't want to inhale it. Don't even start your food on the barbecue grill with anything with color paper on it. Other than the matchlight bag that they have, they come in, you can light the whole bag up. Let's see, you got a Fool in reverse. Ain't going out there head first no more. And then I met somebody that I'm in a family with that is on April 1st, and they say they act a fool, but then they let me know that what message was coming through on the other day for the one was perfectly for that person, not because they're in that energy, because they are the one that was born on that day. And we got passion that came up again with that pink moon. Somebody was passionate about what it was that they wanted to do with that moon last year. And he's not going. Maybe they wishing for it to come back again. They don't have the ability to get it. Some of those things only happen once in a while. Yes, it's the mosquito. So let's go inside, y'all. Have a good night. It's a freestyle read. You got to just take my word for it this time. To say I saw what I saw, to tell you what it was that I saw in under the stars and the sun and the moon and everything that's still there, even though it's night. Wait, right? Or do it. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. Bye. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in.